Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Empowered Pause. I am your host, Rachel Chinoa J. As usual, before I get into today's topic, which is holiday hiatus, I want to tell you a little bit about Speak Initiative and what we actually do. The Empowered Pause is brought to you by Speak Initiative, and Speak stands for Suicide Prevention through Empowerment, Action, and Kindness. We are a peer support nonprofit organization that stands in a gap with people who are experiencing mental health challenges or who have had past suicidal ideations. Our mission is to reduce the stigma around suicide and mental health in the Black and Brown communities by allowing our partners to speak, be heard, and live fully. So that's Speak Initiative, and this is what we do each week. Well, usually each week on Wednesday evenings, we are here to impart some knowledge or just some ideas or information that will allow you to get to a better space, or maybe something that's helpful, something that you didn't know, something that we can actually discuss depending on how many people are watching at the time. So here we are, the Empowered Pause. So again, today's topic is the holiday hiatus. And the last time we were together, I shared the theme of releasing to receive, right? And during that live, I offered the idea of letting go of things, ideas, thoughts, or people, or the toxic relationships that we may be in that are no longer serving us any good, right? I encourage myself and hopefully you as well to receive excuse me, what is meant for us, right? Sometimes we may not know exactly what that is, but we may know what it's not based on our experiences, if that makes sense. I've also mentioned that even if we aren't able to totally lean in and let go of some of the things that may be old and expired, we can still begin to slowly loosen our grip and possibly make room for what's to come, right? So that was a little bit of our theme from last week of releasing to receive. This week, I want to talk about the holiday hiatus, which we just concluded last night. We had four free weekly sessions for wellness, basically. And we called it the holiday hiatus. And it's where Speak Initiative collaborated with Fort Washington Collegiate Church and a few wonderful holistic practitioners to bring free healing activities to the community. So each week we actually had a theme. They were hope, love, joy, and last night was actually peace. And during each week, we explored movements, breathing techniques, and other ways to experience each of those states of being. As we journeyed through the 4 weeks, I was reminded that as a person with a mental health diagnosis and certain challenges around that, that there is daily work that must be done so that I can stay out of my own way, right? And I realized I hadn't been doing that work. So even in the midst of planning and structuring something that was promoting wellness, I found myself getting lost in the work, in the emails, in the phone calls, in the details, and not allowing myself to truly lean in as I had suggested to others, right? During the event in the last 4 weeks, I was actually in each experience, right, while I was there, and I was present as possible, but I found it hard to hold on to the calm beyond my arrival back to my apartment. So it would wear off for me. My mind would automatically kick back into the familiar gear of my to-do list, my deadlines, my post-it notes, my multiple screens, my multiple laptops and phones, and you name it, I was doing it again, just like I had never taken that time for myself to actually release and lean into the love or the hope or the joy or the peace, right? So, with the realization that I was exhausting myself, came the guilt of not checking in with myself, right? It's easy to encourage someone else to do something different or to make certain changes. But it's different when you actually look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you listening to you? And the answer is no, I am not. I was not listening to myself, right? In a moment of transparency, this is a sidebar. Um, I realized that I have a strong rebellious nature, right? My therapist and I have a point of contention around rest and food. She, and of course reality, say that I need both food and rest consistently to survive. And I want to believe different, even though my brain and my intelligence knows better, but it's what I feel. And I realize that I'm rebelling against something that is good for me, right? Our discussions always come back to basic self care and self awareness, paying attention to your body, your thoughts, and the changes in them so that you can be prepared or proactive to create better health. I love the sound of it, but in reality, the journey is not as smooth as the dash is clean. I say all of this to say that I recognize the ways and the challenges that may come up with attempting to do something new and different, especially for yourself. I recognize that the journey is not linear, that there may be obstacles, bumps, setbacks, and we know that old habits die hard, right? However, excuse me, however, in this moment, I also know that the hope, the love, the joy, and the peace that I experienced these past few weeks don't have to be elusive moments. I know that I can look inwards and remember what postures or breath work felt good. I have the ability to reach out to the people that I shared space with just in case I don't remember something. I can take time to truly breathe when it feels like I can't catch my breath. And I can lean into all of those spaces of hope, love, joy, and peace that feed my spirit. And I can do it again and again, right? Now, I said all of that. I'm making this declaration here because I was exhausted from planning and the details of making the event successful that I didn't lean in as much as I would have liked, right? But the beauty in all of this is that tomorrow is another day, and we hopefully get another chance to get closer to the things that we need and the things that feed us, the things that build us and give us strength and encourage us to move forward. This evening, I began talking about, excuse me, our last topic, excuse me, release to receive and leaning into change. This week, I just wanted to acknowledge that nothing may be as easy as it sounds, but it is truly worth the try. Daily work in small increments can make a huge difference. So I still encourage you to seek those places and spaces within you and around you that increase your hope, your love, your joy, and your peace, because it is definitely worth it. You are worth it. During the hectic energy of the season, I encourage you to take small breaks. It doesn't have to be a long period of time or a certain amount of time, but give yourself the gift of presence. Not presence, even though you can do that too, because that's fun, but presence to just be. And that's something that all of us can actually do. Just stop and be for the moment. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 1 minute, it can be 30 seconds. You may not get as much feeling out of it, but even if you just take a deep breath, hold it for 4 seconds and then release it, right? So allow yourself to lean in to the things that are available for you, as I will continue to do that for myself. So I am practicing what I preach. And I wanted to make that declaration here so that, we don't always come here with perfection, because there's no such thing. And we are all, excuse me, we are all in a journey of exploration of ourselves. This is what life is all about, finding out who you are and what you can possibly do and how to make a change in your life and in the world. That's what I believe, why we're here. So that's my message for today. The holiday hiatus was a great experience, and we actually look forward to offering a new series of wellness sessions in the coming months. So make sure you are actually subscribed to our newsletter so you can get the latest information on upcoming events. And if you haven't noticed, we have our Speak Love, Choose Life shirts that are available with our new design. Our logo is on the back of the apparel, and all proceeds from these shirts go actually directly to Speak Initiative. So I appreciate your time. If you or someone you know is experiencing mental health challenges and would benefit from peer support or needs resources to better assist you with your mental health, please feel free to reach out to us. Remember, please react, comment, share, follow us on all social media platforms, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our newsletter, and until next time, take care. Thank you so much for watching.